Good day, people. Hope you're all doing well. It's the 21st of April. Yesterday, we were supposed to see a Rust store appear, but it didn't. It was delayed. It appeared today instead. Facepunch hasn't given us a reason. Not sure what's going on. It's weird how we've had two delayed Rust stores fairly close to each other, but hey, let's just move on. So, let's just get this across. We don't have any abnormal skins this week, so nothing to chase after. All the skins will be appearing at the same time. It'll be midnight next Thursday, so Thursday night going into Friday morning, midnight in the UK. All skins will become marketable then. So, with that out of the way, let's just go take a look at all the new skins. So, over to here. Remember when we're waiting here? Well, now we've got new skins to take a look at. Not too surprised with some of these, but, yep, let's just go through all of them, and let's just quickly go ahead and see which was early, which was typical, which was late. This is a typical pick. It came out like 2 weeks ago. Yep, so typical, yeah, they're all typical. Basically, that means all of the skins, they all appeared in TDG's recent list. So all 8 of those skins are in this list. So yeah, if you're curious about what potentially will be in the next list, well, we've gone through all of the newest skins that were submitted over the past weekend. So if you want to go take a look at my Rust Workshop skin checks video, which you can see right over here, that one right there, you can see all the potential new skins that might be appearing in the Rust store next week. So a nice little teaser, a nice little taster, lots of very interesting things, and some pretty goofy looking skins, because don't forget, next week is supposed to be Goofy Week, and we are expecting weird, silly designs for the final rotation of the month. So with that, let's just go take a look at the new Rust store. As we can see, lots of those skins nicely situated there, but we don't have abnormal skins this week. There are 3 skins that are supposed to be abnormal, that being the Crate, the Locker from Hell, and the No Mercy Revolver, but technically speaking, because it was delayed, there is no abnormal skins. We had this happen recently. I'll probably link what happened in the description, but let's just move on. Let's start talking about, well, we were expecting the likes of Hardsuit Tier 2 to appear. I get the feeling Facepunch might be holding it back for Wipe Day. Maybe it'll appear next week instead. I still think we will see Hardsuit Tier 2. Let's not rule that out, alright? It's just, yeah, I'm a bit surprised it didn't happen. But hey, the delayed Rust store happened. Maybe things just got changed a bit. Oh well, so yeah, let's just close this. Didn't see Rust vibes, but that's most likely potentially going to be better off next week. It'll be a typical pick then. Of course, we saw the Abyss stuff. So has this changed? Okay, yeah, that was very noticeable. That was very noticeable. All of that just got bought out. Well, that's looking pretty interesting, isn't it? Nice bit of reaction there. Of course, we didn't see the garage door being accepted, but the pirate situation is looking pretty good. A quick refresh here, and yeah, the prices have started to go up. Ooh, I wonder why. Well, you know, we've seen some more pirate stuff being accepted. So with that, here we are. Let's refresh right now. So, the Rust store rotated like 6 hours ago. I thought about, you know what? Why don't I just leave it for a few hours? See how all of these progress in terms of sales after a few hours. We could go through them. We can see what clearly has the most demand. And then we can potentially incorporate that with the talk in regards to what potentially will be a very good investment. Now, what I also point out today is the predictions will actually now be turned into its own video. I looked at my analytics for all of my Rust or rotation videos, and it looks like loads of people just like to skip ahead to the predictions. So then I realized, well, why don't I just make like a 2 to 3 minute video just going over in concise form, like if I've already gone over why I think certain skins are going to be doing well and whatnot, and apply all the context, I'll just say, right guys, I did all the context, figured everything out, and I've now decided to put this in the video. But if you want to understand all the background context and whatnot, please consider watching my Rust store rotation video. Makes sense, doesn't it? So from here on out, every week, I will have a little video accompanying the Rust store rotation, which will be Rust store predictions. And yeah, I'll try and keep it to be less than 5 minutes, but you know, I feel like the intended idea is it's only supposed to be around 3 minutes long, so your attention spans aren't ruined. Anyway, let's now move on to talking about all of these skins. First up, we have the Locker from Hell. So this is a bit of a weird situation because we've been seeing quite a lot of locker skins ever since we saw the Outer Planets locker. If you can remember, before Outer Planets, there was like a 2-year gap. So we had the Toxic locker come out on the, what was it, October? Let's just remind myself. That was the 8th of October, and then about 2 years later, on July 7th, 2022, we then got the Outer Planets locker, and within 12 months we've seen 5 locker skins being accepted, and we are starting to see a bit of a problem because they're all starting to go down in price. They're not so special anymore. Basically, the Outer Planets locker throughout most of the year, so when times are pretty bad, this actually held up its price because there was no other like cheaper affordable locker to buy. But then we got the Witch Altar locker, and then of course this year we've got the likes of the Lunar Rabbit locker and the Control Panel locker. These will start to go down in price because, you know, people have options now to pick another cheaper locker skin to pick out. But now we have the locker from Hell. And I will point this out, this looks awesome. And you might have seen it. I actually made a short video with me and Mr. Micro. We did our Saturday skin showcase. I thought this looked really cool, and I thought I should turn it into a short video, so go give that a nice little look. You've got skulls in the inside bits, it glows in the dark, it looks awesome. Cirque, you did a wonderful job here. I wouldn't be surprised if this sells maybe up to around 30,000. But I just want to point this out. With the amount of locker skins that we've had accepted so far, kind of wouldn't be surprised if we see some more being accepted this year. They're becoming less special, but this is definitely one of those designs where it stands out and looks really awesome. But we did kind of say the exact same thing in regards to the Control Panel locker. The theme and the design of it looked awesome. We also did say with the likes of that with the locker, the Lunar locker and whatnot. So what happens if we see another locker skin appear after this? Is this now going to suffer because of that? Very likely. But that's all theoretical. So at the moment, it's a cool looking skin. Will this do nicely in the future, in the long term? I feel like that'll be perfectly fine. We've been over this discussion before with the likes of From Hell skins. What usually happens is when times are bad, they do quite noticeably suffer. When times are good and loads of people playing, loads of people see these skins and they think, oh, I want that. And yeah, you get the idea. So Rust player counts at the moment, they're not as good as what they were 2 or 3 months ago. But again, this is routine. That is expected. We know how this usually plays out. With less people playing because of school and work and, you know, exams and whatnot, it's not too surprising. But when we normally have around, like, when we're in, like, August time, you know, kids are out of school and whatnot, we tend to see a bit of a bump, and we tend to see prices go up a bit. And then, of course, with the likes of post-Christmas time, we see a lot of people playing. So this right here, it looks like it will do nicely in the future. All right, that's the answer I can give you. In the short term, oh, yeah, I don't fully know. But if we do keep seeing more locker skins being accepted, then yes, it is in trouble. So that's all the context I can give you there. Wouldn't be surprised if this maintains its spot as the best-selling skin of the week, but I do worry for it afterwards. So, at the very least, long-term, it will be okay. In the short term, right. Pirate stuff. We have pirate hide pants and shirt. Now, do you remember that? Like last year, I think it was around November last year, I made a video talking about how why do we not have any hide skins? What's going on, Face Punch? I think it would be a really cool thing to see. I was very surprised and happy to see Pizza Hide shirt and pants were accepted earlier this year. A bit goofy, but you get the idea anyway. But now we got this. We're like, oh damn! Looks like we're starting to get a whole lot more. Looks like Face Punch is starting to appreciate the primitive clothing and whatnot. So again, we will point this out. Y9J. It's a very fun set, and we are expecting even more skins because yeah, there's a boonie hat and hide shoes on the way as well. What I'm saying is this is potentially turning out to be a very sought-after, in-demand collection, and I feel like these potentially might be doing better than those pizza skins, the Pizza Hide shirt and pants. However, let's just also point that out. The Pizza Hide shirt and pants didn't actually sell that much. They sold like 16,000 each, and then they still went down in price. But then again, as a whole, that pizza collection isn't really holding up very nicely, whereas the pirate stuff, I mean, I hate to say the words, but they're going to come out my mouth. I wonder how many people look at this and think, oh, wow, primitive blackout. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's cheap, it's affordable, it's pirate themed. I think a lot of people will greatly appreciate it. The bandana looks cool, the poncho looks nice. I feel like this is flourishing into a pretty cool looking set. Where does he go from here, though? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets accepted later on down the line. But Y9J, what else can we expect? Are we going to start seeing maybe a pirate flag rug? That could probably work out quite all right. Are we going to potentially start seeing some pirate actual armor? You know, tier 2, tier 3, are we going to start seeing some hoodie and pants? It probably wouldn't look so good, would it? Because the whole theme is the clothes are made out of a pirate flag, so at the end of the day, looks cool, but will these do all right? It's questionable. It's questionable. I don't fully know. because we don't see these items getting skins that much, I'm in a position where I'm just not 100% sure. And that's not a great feeling, is it? And then there's also the fact that they're selling at 99 cents each. A lot of people can afford that, and you're probably going to see a lot of these being bought in excess with the pure intent to sell. And when that happens, well, prices tend to struggle, because when they're not selling greatly immediately, you see a whole bunch of people starting listing them on the Steam market and third-party sites, and then they all start undercutting each other, and then we all start having problems. So, hey. Right, so here's the smart thing you could do. You don't have to rush into buying any. If you just keep an eye on scmm.app, look at the Rust store section, keep an eye on the, how many estimated sales there are and whatnot, then, maybe it's probably better just leave it for a bit and then make the consideration. But remember, what I always say is, if you like the skin, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, okay? You don't have to buy things only for the reasons in wanting to try to make a profit. You can buy skins because you like the look of them. You want to dress up as a pirate, go for it. Buy the skins, enjoy it. Support Y9J. Keep them motivated to keep making some more skins, all right? You get the idea? Awesome. So, all right then. The pirate hide shirt and pants is something I'd rather just leave it for a bit, then make considerations as to whether or not I might want to buy them or not. All right, let's leave that for now, okay? Abyss Crate. Now, the immediate thing that I'm going to compare this to is the Dragonhorn large box. Remember when we had the furnace? And I was like, guys, we have something very similar that was very in demand 2 years ago, and it's got like the same glow-in-the-dark and awesome-looking facial design. That's the Dragonhorn collection. So very conveniently, the Dragonhorn collection also had a large box, and let's just go take a look at that. So first of all, what price is this selling for? $2.49. How much did the Dragonhorn large box sell for? $2.99, and it sold 34,000. So what we'll do is we'll go take a look at the Steam market, and this has been out for 2 years, so we can get a good rough idea of how likely our Abyss large box might potentially behave. Both of them are part of a fairly established deplorable collection. This now has 4 skins, and if we go over to here, the Dragonhorn collection had 4 skins. Wow. I mean, that's kind of exactly the same. Oh, that's weird. Anyway, so let's just go take a look at this. This sold for $3, and now it's selling for $3.73. However, what's its all-time highest price been? Well, it peaked just a couple months ago at around $6.50 to $7. So this is the behavior that it normally goes through. So this came out in April of 2021, went down a price, and it went up, and it went up, and it went down for October, that's expected, and then it shot up for post-Christmas, and it went down after post-Christmas, and it went up, and it went down, and it went up, and it went down for October, went back up again. So, basically, it's quite obvious, when times are good, it does good, and when times are fairly bad, it does bad. That's not too hard to understand. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like our Abyss large box is going to be doing perfectly fine then. I feel like a lot of people do appreciate these skins. I think a lot of people have been buying them when wanting to use them or whatnot. Cool designs. Little Ranger, you've been doing a very good job of all of this. I get the feeling, even if it sells over 30,000 sales, it'll still do all right. But again, it's definitely going to be influenced for, when times are bad, that'll do bad. When times are good, it'll do great, because loads of people want to use it. Simple as. So this is definitely flourishing as a deplorable collection now, with more skins being accepted. The original ones are starting to go up in price quite nicely. That Abyss Furnace has firmly stayed above its Rust store price throughout all the time, it seems. It's just comfortably sitting at $4, and it doesn't look like it's going to budge. So that's looking pretty good for that. Will we see some more deplorables being accepted potentially in the future? Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Little Ranger's succeeding very easily and nicely with this, and they're selling a very nice portion each time. I mean, I'm sure Face Punch wants to keep selling them. I'm sure Little Ranger wants to keep selling them. So here's my verdict. In the long term, will this do all right? Yes. When times are good, that will sell very nicely. When times are bad, would it get cheap? Would it potentially go below its Rust store price at any point in the future? Wouldn't surprise me. I still think that could still potentially happen. But I don't think it'll go down that cheap. It'll probably go as low as about $2, and that's it. And then when times are good, it goes probably all the way up to maybe around $3.50, $4. Much like how that Dragonhorn large box didn't really go up and down that high, did it? But the most recent post-Christmas, it went all the way up to about $6 plus, $6 to $7. So yeah, this is definitely something where you can buy it and then wait till August maybe, because remember, we got all of the CSGO situation currently going on. You could buy it, hold it to around August and sell it then, or you could probably just do a buy order instead and stick with that. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if it does go below its restore price, as I said. But when we hit around post-Christmas time, and again, yeah, that's like 7-8 months away, yeah, wouldn't be surprised if it comfortably rises up in price. But that's every Rust skin, isn't it? But this, very reliably, because again, when loads of people come back and play the game and see that, they're going to think, oh, damn, I want to use that. I want to have that in my base. So, yeah, cool stuff, cool stuff. So that's something, again, where I look at it and say, yeah, in the long term, I think that will do nicely. Right. Revolver. No Mercy Revolver, to be precise. Bad Trip, very happy to see your version 2 was accepted. And gentlemen, if there were to be a skin that I had to buy, if I was forced to buy something that I feel very confident will stay above its restore price and potentially be a nice profit in the future, it's the Revolver, 100%. All I have to do is show you this. All I have to do is show you this. We'll go by lowest price, and we'll just scroll down. All right, it's already done it. Okay, cool. Green, 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 green. It's all in the green. Yeah. So there's a few reasons as to why this is happening. Number one, high gun demand, probably the most sought after tier 1 weapon, and that's not super hard to get a hold of, is it? The resources to make it, whatnot, not that too much of a problem. If you lose, it's not the end of the world. Reliable Revolver, all right? So it's got high gun demand, and with high demand to use it, high demand to use the skins, higher skin prices. Make sense? So yeah, so basically we also have the fact that we just don't see many of these being accepted. It's weird. There were some very interesting designs being submitted fairly recently on the workshop, but none of them were accepted. So on average, I think we're getting like 3 accepted a year. This is the first one, and then of course we had 3 accepted in 2022, we had 3 accepted in 2021, we had 3 accepted in 2020. With the fact that we don't see many of them being accepted, with the fact that it's definitely a weapon that does like to get used a lot in game, and therefore there's a very nice demand for all the skins, and of course that's what helps. Yeah, it all adds up. It all adds up. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this does very comfortably in the future. And let's also point out, we're currently going through like the beginnings of the bad times, and they're all still in the positive. This is a very cool looking gun. This is part of the No Mercy collection. This is the most successful collection in the game in terms of the most acceptances. So it definitely has a home. But if I just quickly show you the workshop, get a good look at the design, looks cool. I feel like this would definitely be one of those skins where it's like, okay, if I had to spend some money and I wanted to make sure I got my money back at any point in the future, if I sold that skin, this is your skin. This is it. Bad Trip, you've done a very good job here, Mr. Hulk 2. So yeah, I don't know how much I have to express that anymore. So that is the skin of the week that you'd want to buy. And I will also point this out. With all of these skins here, they're going to take all of the attention from this week. This is going to be, this is not going to get noticed by so many people. And once it's all done and done, I wouldn't be surprised if it barely hits 15,000 sales. Perfectly fine, and that will flourish because of it. Not too many sales. We're not going to see many skins being accepted this year. Part of an established collection. Guys, that's your skin. So that's the one. And in contrast, we now have the tier 3 AR. Nothing, I'm not going to hate on the skin. Skin's perfectly fine, but it's the AK. We have far too many of these skins being accepted. Yes, it's used a lot. Of course, it's the AK, duh. But here's the problem. Because we have so many skins, especially frequently in terms of, well, if you just go take a look at all the newer skins of 2023, oh dear. I think we're on week 15 now, and we've got 11 AK-47 skins already been accepted. Yeah. Down. Not the Kiss AR, though. The fact that this is very unique in its design and whatnot is probably what's helping it stay above. So, at the very least, good job there, but down. All of these aren't very colourful. All of these other ones aren't very super noticeable. You do have the banger AR, but it's weird. This is a whole lot more brighter and shinier compared to that one, let's put it that way. But this, again, it's not the most shiny looking skin. It's the AK situation, guys. I just don't know how else to put it. What will happen to this? It'll go down to around $1 at some point. It will go down to around $1 at some point. 96 cents, $1.34, $1.07, $1.08, $1.16, $1, $1.04, $1.04. It's to be expected. So, You might get a very unique, interesting, bright pink design like that every now and then, but other than that, that's not like that, is it? So that's just immediately going to suffer. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's probably looking to be 70 cent to 90 cent buy order, and that's it. It's unfortunate, but as I said, if you like the skin and you want to support the creator, by all means buy it, use it, enjoy it. But yeah. JPEG SMG, custom SMGs. It's a situation again with the low gun demand. So yeah. Are you clamoring to go find a custom SMG and use it and get skins on it? Oh yeah, yeah. Again, you might be in a situation where you got to use what you have. That's fine, but there's, I mean, we got the good boy SMG with the oh no, that one's the one where he's fine. Oh, damn it! But yeah, there's plenty of other options at a much cheaper rate. So yeah, it's awkward. It's the custom SMG. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, great in the close combat. I'll give it that, but yeah, no, people aren't like rushing to get that, and you can see with all of the most recent skins that have been submitted over the past year or so, they're all in the negative, and it's not looking good. Even the blackout one's now in the negative again, so very unfortunate. But yep, that's looking to be 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. And then we got the chemical burn sap. This just keeps getting more skins accepted, doesn't it? But we do have to keep an eye on this skin, because if it doesn't sell that much, it might end up potentially being, and now what have we said before? Manipulation bait. So we saw this, what was it, a month ago? And we were fully aware of some of the skins previously in the previous weeks which sold the least, ended up getting bought out and manipulated, and that's starting to happen with the Python. And we made jokes about that. Hey, let's just go buy some and see what happens. Well, you know what? Where is it? Is it this account? I think it's this account. Chemical. There you go. I did it. I still have it, and they're going up to $4 at the moment, and it's probably going to keep on going higher. If you want to try something out like that, by all means, give it a shot. But by default, I will sit here and say, will people be going crazy for the actual skin itself? No, people don't care for it. I have said Oasis. I would love to see chemical burn armor. That would look awesome. I feel like that will better showcase the design of what you're going for rather than the weapons. But in terms of will this end up being a great profit in the future? It's a very weird, unsure situation. If it doesn't sell that much, people are probably going to buy it out and manipulate it and boost up the price to make it appear as if it is valuable. But in terms of will people actually look at that and value it nicely, knowing people, they won't. And this would be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order situation with me. But again, keep an eye on those sales. I did also mention that with the Easter stuff last week. That barely went. So we had 3 skins that barely went over 4,000 sales. So that being the Stone Tools and the Easter Doodles LR. Yeah, all of these barely went over 4,000. And I'm like fairly sure something weird's going to happen with at least one of these skins in the future. So keep an eye out on that. So with that, I believe we've just gone through all of the skins this week. Very nice to see a lovely spread out batch. Now, I was expecting the likes of the hard suit and whatnot. Maybe it'll appear next week instead. Maybe it will be held back for wipe day, force wipe Maytime. That could happen. You never know. What other things should we also point out? Next week is Goofy Week. We are expecting some goofy, sillier, creative designs being accepted next week. We potentially might still see a skin creator getting their first ever skin being accepted. That still potentially might happen. But we might see some items that haven't had skins accepted in such a long time seeing their first skins being accepted this year. That could also happen. So yeah, I would recommend that you go watch my Rust Workshop skin checks. Here's the link to the collection, and just go through all of this and get a good idea of what potentially might be the goofy skins that might be accepted next week. And I will just sit here and say I feel half confident that it's probably going to be the UFO hoodie and pants. Continuation of the tier 3 armor that we had accepted 2 months ago for Goofy Week. March time. Yeah. No. Wait, was it February or March? It was one of them. But we already had the tier 3 accepted quite before. Kind of wouldn't be surprised if that gets accepted. To dress up as an alien sounds pretty goofy. So yeah. And then we got maybe some bare bones tier 3. So yeah. What potential goofy skins? Cheese? Do you like cheese? Toupee. Yeah, there's a lot of potential candidates there. Let's see if that trend continues. Minted gold metal door, anybody? I'm just saying, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So yeah, we could potentially be seeing something pretty interesting next week. So with that, we can just also quickly go through all the buy orders on the Easter skins. So Carrot Balaclava, it was a 99-cent skin, and it's already gone for 99 cents on sale. The buy orders only went up to around 80 cents, and that was it. Awkward, but that is the situation. This was our first Balaclava skin to be accepted in 6 years, and people just didn't care that much. Why don't you want to dress up as a carrot? Please tell me. Explain. Don't you like being orange? Right, then we got the carrot poncho. This, again, 80 cents, and then, yeah, dropped off. Hardly any requests to buy. Hardly any, so... yeah, that's not looking too good. Then we got the carrot jackhammer. Buy orders only going up to 96 cents. People did not care for these Easter skins in week 2, did they? It's unfortunate, but that is the way it is. Yep, so this does not have that many buy orders. They're only going up to 90 cents, as expected. But what might potentially happen with this, or the stone hatchets, will they be bought out and minute plated at some point in the future? At the moment, the only sales that we see are $15 each. But, if I were to scroll down, has anyone sold any today? It doesn't look like it. So, I mean, just keep an eye out. Something weird might be happening. Okay. So that's that. So, yep, we are literally on the cusp of potentially seeing the CSGO, new CSGO major stickers coming out soon. So I'll just quickly show you that. CSGO Paris 2023. Off we go. Liquipedia, that'll do. Scroll down. Watch out for the lights. So yeah, all of these teams will be getting new stickers soon, and this will have an impact on Rust economy, like straight up. It will straight up have a big impact. A lot of people will liquidate their Rust skins to put towards CSGO because that'll be the safer option in terms of preserving their money and whatnot. And then when times are a little bit better, back in, when we're in around August time, I'd say, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people jump back in, start buying out Rust skins again, and then prices go back up again. Simple as. But for sure, everything will be all good again post-Christmas time. So yep, this is the front page of the Rust Steam market, looking very good. The pirate bandana and the poncho have had a nice spike in demand, and of course that's led to a spike in price. So let's just go real quickly, take a look at these two. And please don't forget, there is a glitched bandana. This is not a very special, unique skin. Gentlemen, if you buy this the very second that you go to the pirate bandana page, right? If you buy that, and then a week later it becomes marketable again, it will be a bandana, all right? It will be this one. And they're not selling for $92. They're selling for, how much are you selling for? $2 now, I think? Around $2, yeah. Because, people want to dress up as pirates. So please don't buy this. If you own this skin, just remove it. Don't try and trick someone. That's completely out of order. And just let this page die. Because, yeah, if you got a buy order on this, just remove it. It's dead. This page is dead because this was all a mistake. They corrected it last week, but please don't buy this. You're not going to buy a special rare skin. It's just glitched because of the page. The very second you could buy it and it becomes marketable, it will be a $2 bandana. All right? So I've given you the warning. Please don't be the one who buys it. So over to here, we see that this pirate poncho, which did sell around 28,000, well, it's gone up to $3. Again, it's the reactionary nature of the Rust economy. But we are seeing this now with the likes of hide skins and whatnot. We saw it with the pizza collection. We've now seen it with the pirate collection. So, I mean, I get the feeling now that people, skin creators might be wanting to push and make some poncho, bandana, hide sets and whatnot from here and now. That very likely could become a regular occurrence. I'd like to see it happen, and yeah, looking pretty good. A lot of the early game primitive clothing is getting a lot more skins this year, and I'm happy to see it, and a lot of people seem to appreciate it. So that's the current situation now of all the skins. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. And that basically is everything I needed to sit here and say today. It was fairly concise and quick, but you know what? When I do that predictions video, which will accompany this, it will be even faster. I'll try my best to be straight to the point, quick, concise, and hopefully all those people out there that don't want to listen to me for about 50 minutes won't have to suffer. So yeah, that's basically everything then, gentlemen. That is this current week's skins. And once more, I will point out, Rust Workshop skin checks. It's on my YouTube right there. Go get a quick sneak peek of what we potentially might see next week. It looks as if typical picks are the main things that are going to be selected from here on now. Let's see what gets picked for next week, Goofy Week, and let's see what appears for Force Wipe in 2 weeks' time. All good. Have a lovely day, have a lovely week, and let's see what happens. Have a good one. Bye.